If you ever take a closer look at the ordinary coins sitting in your pocket, you might realize that some of them are worth far more than just 1 cent or a few cents. In fact, certain coins that people spend every day can actually become small treasures for collectors around the world. In our daily lives, hundreds of coins pass through our hands, and most of the time we use them without even paying attention to their details. However, every once in a while, among those ordinary-looking coins, there may be one whose true value is much greater than the number printed on it. In today's video, we're going to explore one such fascinating American coin that many people see every day, but very few truly understand the importance of. In this video, we will talk about the real auction prices of this coin, the details of its design, the rare errors that can sometimes be found on it, simple ways to check whether you might have a valuable one, and the best methods to sell it if you discover it in your collection. If you enjoy learning about old and valuable coins, make sure to watch this video until the end, because after hearing this information, you might start looking at your coins much more carefully. And if this is your first time visiting our channel USA Old Coins, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like on the video, and tell us in the comments what the oldest or most interesting coin in your collection is, because your comments and subscriptions help support the channel and motivate us to continue bringing you more informative and exciting coin videos. When we talk about this fascinating coin, the first question that usually comes to mind is what its real value might be and how much it is actually sold for around the world. At first glance, a single cent or an ordinary coin may seem to have very little value, but the reality can be quite different. In the world of coin collecting, a coin's true value often depends on several factors, including its rarity, its condition, its design, and sometimes even a tiny mistake that occurred during the minting process. Because of this, a small coin that appears completely ordinary can sometimes become extremely valuable to collectors. A good example is the Lincoln Shield penny, a well-known American coin that features a portrait of the famous U.S. President Abraham Lincoln and is part of the widely recognized Lincoln Cent series in American currency. This coin is very popular among collectors around the world because its design carries historical significance and also represents unity and strength in the United States. If we talk about the market value of this coin, in a typical circulated condition, it is often sold for around $1 to $5. However, if the same coin is preserved in uncirculated condition, meaning it has remained in nearly brand new shape with very little or no wear, its value can rise to around $10 to $50, and in some cases collectors are willing to pay even more. In the coin collecting world, condition plays a very important role, because the cleaner, shinier, and less used a coin is, the higher the chances that its value will increase. For this reason, collectors often try to obtain coins that show minimal signs of circulation, or are as close as possible to mint condition. Looking at the design of this coin, the front side, known as the obverse, features a profile portrait of Abraham Lincoln, honoring one of the most important figures in American history. The design is inspired by the work of the famous coin designer Victor David Brenner, whose portrait of Lincoln has become one of the most recognizable images on U.S. coins. Alongside the portrait, you'll also find the inscriptions "Liberty" and "I in God We Trust," phrases that reflect important elements of American culture and national identity. The date of the coin also appears on this side, which is very important for collectors because coins from certain years can sometimes become more desirable or harder to find. When we turn to the reverse side of the coin, we see a strong shield design that symbolizes the unity of the United States. Above the shield are the words United States of America, while across the center appears the phrase E pluribus unum, a historic Latin expression meaning out of many one, representing the idea that many states and people come together to form a single nation. At the bottom of the design, you will see the words 1 cent, indicating the coin's official denomination. This simple yet powerful design is one of the reasons the coin stands out from many other everyday coins. Because of its historical connection and distinctive appearance, millions of collectors around the world include this coin in their collections. Over time, certain examples, especially those that remain in excellent condition or contain unusual mint errors, can increase significantly in value. Some collectors are even willing to pay hundreds of dollars for rare examples during auctions, and that is the moment when an ordinary-looking coin transforms into a highly desirable collectible. For this reason, if you happen to have a coin like this, it is always a good idea to examine it carefully, because there is always a possibility that the small coin sitting in your pocket could actually be worth far more than you expect. That is why coin collectors around the world carefully store and study their coins, paying close attention to every new piece they come across, since sometimes luck can place a surprisingly valuable coin in the hands of an ordinary person.